All right, so the point of any debate is to move the needle for undecided voters. And the only way to find out if it actually worked is to go out and ask, because the AP claimed that voters in New York City think Kamala Harris won. But you know what? I don't believe them. So I went out, found out for myself. It's exactly what we did.
What did I think? He wins on the facts.
What was your favorite policy of hers?
Favorite policy, not being Donald Trump, not trying to attempt a coup.
So you're not for Kamala?
I am not for Kamala, absolutely not. I think she's a complete liar and fabricator, and if she had a chance to change something, she would have changed something.
Favorite part about Trump's policies?
Favorite part about Trump's policy? My pocket, my finances, the no inflation part about it.
Any specific policies you like best about hers? Who did you favor?
Harris.
Really? What was your favorite policy about hers?
Everything that she had to say was absolutely wonderful.
Well, you got somebody who in office who says she's going to do this and that when she gets elected. She's in office already. She's in office. I used to be a Democrat, not anymore.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
So,
I gotta put this on TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No.
I apologize. Way better.
Fake news. Newsmax sucks.
I'll put you down for a maybe for the Christmas party.
Tony Katz, host of Tony Katz Today, and Shamika Michelle, Blaze TV contributor. Shamika, look, we hit the streets. We got 50-50, but it was fun.
Yeah, that seems pretty fun. Listen, ma'am, are you Willie Brown's daughter? No, I'm not. Carl, there's a reason that Kamala thought 3-on-1 was okay. She's the walking and talking version of Ashley Madison. Life is short, have an affair. This debate was a crock of crap. And just the way Trump actually had to debate her and the moderators, her with her rehearsed speeches, just shows how much is rigged from the very beginning.
Yeah. Tony, it was interesting. I went over to Reuters today because that's what we do here, so you guys don't have to read it. And I was like, oh, man, they did some actual journalisming. And it said, look, after the corporate and leftist media claimed that Kamala Harris, they said that she knocked it out of the park, saying she got under Trump's skin and that it was not Donald Trump's night. Reuters interviewed 10 undecided voters. They chose them. 6 of them said they were either at the end of it now voting for Trump or leaning that way, but just 3 of them said that they would now back Harris. 1 was like, I don't know, because they were so high.
If we are honest about what we saw, Trump is better when talking about policy and then stopping. He goes too long. He allowed himself to go down avenues he should not have. He hurt himself in way too much talking and going after things that didn't matter. I think that's true. Equally true, stronger to your point, Carl, is that Kamala Harris said nothing. She said it with polish. She said it with finesse, but nothing got said. And if you're an independent voter, somebody on the fence trying to figure out who you're going to vote for based on policy, well, then what did Kamala Harris give you? Kamala Harris, this $50,000 for the passion she has for startup businesses, where does that come from? Yeah. Independent voters know that they know it comes from them. So when people started digging into what did she actually say, you realize that Trump said more, and even through a lot of the morass, some of it made sense to them.
Yeah, no, I think so. And also Kamala's general demeanor was very unlikable. Kamika,
huge.
Shamika, you've been actually tweeting about this. The Central Park 5 was brought up last night, and I was reading your tweets. Listen to what one viewer had to say.
The rhetoric about, you blame those people in Central Park. They pled guilty. So he just added on. Was he wrong? Yeah, he was wrong, but they pled guilty. What did you want the guy to say?
I mean, look, he's not wrong. I get it. It was a tough spot, and Trump's a New Yorker.
First of all, most people haven't read the ad because the lady didn't die. And what he said in the ad was, if you commit murder, you should receive the death penalty. But I think what a lot of people are also forgetting is that at the time, he was a Democrat. the people in charge were Democrats. So if you want to have a problem with it, let's have a problem with the Democrats, the ones that have been causing trouble the entire time.
Well, Tony,
and let's go the other way with it,
Yeah.
Carl. How about taking the time to talk to all the people that Kamala Harris kept in jail, threw in jail
Yes.
for no reason, for nothingness, and bringing them out front and center?
yes, no, 100%.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry, Carl.
No,
Jeepers.
you're. But I'm glad. I didn't even think about that. But I'm so glad you brought that up, Shamika. The other thing too is that she didn't bring out any policy nothing. And then the one time she brought out something, Trump was like, "Well, why didn't you do it 4 years ago?"
That's the big question that everyone should be asking. If she was going to make all these changes, she would have done it already. Listen, there are a lot of people that are going to be bought by what she had to say. I never thought she was going to blow it, although she's very capable of that. But I think she said a lot of nothing. But the main question is, if you were going to make changes, why haven't you done it? I think Trump ended that perfectly by asking that question.
Shamika, you have an ability to drop one-liners from there that just are too much. Tony, last 30 seconds to you.
I think that when Kamala Harris immediately asked for another debate, a lot of people thought that this was, she thought she lost. I think she still needs to introduce herself to America. And if that's the way they feel, that's a problem for the Democrats. We should be looking a little bit deeper into the kind of moves that they're making. And that gives Trump a real opportunity to continue to paint her. That's what I take as that debate ended.
Yeah, we're going to start a drinking game, actually. Every time Shamika drops a zinger, people got to take a shot.
I have bourbon here somewhere.
Do you have enough? That's the question. All right, Tony Katz.
Do you know what I do for a living?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Tony Katz, Shamika Michelle, appreciate it as always.
Thank you.